The reason we say distance of a run-up is because it would take a fast bowler, it would take any sprinter, right, between 50 to 60 meters to generate what's called top speed. The speed of the run-up is another crucial factor because being a fast bowler, he relies on the speed of his run-up to generate momentum through the crease. Okay? When we go towards the crease, we're looking at factors such as back foot landing, we're looking at factors such as front foot strike. Then we look at aspects like the non-bowling arm. The non-bowling arm is what allows him to drive all his energy in the right direction. Okay? We're looking at trunk flexion. How much of speed is he able to generate through the movement of his trunk in delivery strike? The speed of the follow-through and the distance of the follow-through is also a huge contributing factor. And sports scientists like myself have now gone into looking at the angle of the wrist in delivery. How much of flexion can we get behind that ball at that last ounce of delivery? So every single one of these aspects contribute to pulling together what would become a 90 mile per hour ball repetitively.
अगली जरूरी चीज है गेंदबाज का एक्शन। वकास यूनिस जहां साइड ऑन एक्शन के साथ गेंदबाजी करते थे, तो वहीं डेल स्टीन जैसे गेंदबाज अपने फ्रंट ऑन स्टाइल के लिए जाने जाते हैं।
If you're looking at someone who is front on or semi-front on, you're looking at a bowler like Dale Steyn, and I had the privilege of working with him at the high performance crew in South Africa with Gary Kirsten, so I understand his technique phenomenally. The classic side-on bowler would be someone like a Walker Eunice, who you saw his back foot landing parallel to the crease, and you saw a lot of counter rotation between the hip and shoulders. And these are the two distinct bowling actions that we look at. Now, what is it and where did they generate the speed from? So if you start with Walker Eunice, he ran in, but you notice that he had to have a lot of counter rotation and he had a lot of back flexion. So he was generating predominantly a lot of his speed through the delivery stride per se. So if you shorten Walker Eunice's run-up by about 5 to 7 meters, you would have seen a very, very marginal difference in speed reduction because he was getting the speed predominantly from the side flexion. A semi-front-on bowler like Dale Steyn is someone who uses the momentum of the run-up to hit the crease and go through the crease quickly. That's where he's generating his speed from. So you'll find that he relies on the speed of the run-up, he relies on the distance of the run-up to generate a lot of speed.
My presence was in my run-up into the crease. I felt that I had this really lovely rhythm that sets me up. And I don't want to sound like I'm arrogant or anything like that. It just feels like you've got this really nice action that just gets through the crease, and where does the space come from? That sort of thing. Nick Knight used to always say to me, and stand at the slip and just laugh, and he said, how do you do it? I said, I don't know. It just happens.
तेज गेंदबाज के लिए महानता का रास्ता आसान नहीं होता और इस मुश्किल सफर की शुरुआत काफी कम उम्र में हो जाती है। ये वही वक्त होता है जब कोच कुछ दिलचस्प तरीकों से किसी खिलाड़ी का टैलेंट पहचान कर उसे आगे बढ़ाता है।
So the throwing drill is probably the easiest and simplest drill to filter thousands of kids to understand who has got true arm speed potential to become a fast bowler. Generally, the guy who threw the ball the furthest had the fastest arm speed and he would have been the fastest bowler. He may not have had the best technique, but technique was something we could have worked at. You know, I reference a nice story. When I was looking for kids, we used to sit down on the side of the field and we used to be reading newspapers. And we're listening for a sound, and that sound we're listening for is a little pop, which is the sound of the ball hitting the keeper's gloves. And we'll be reading our newspaper, and when we heard that pop, we lift our head up. Okay, and we just looked for how far back was the keeper standing. And if the keeper was standing a significant distance back, and we still heard that noise, we knew that young kid had a little bit of gas, so he got a little bit of a tick.
अक्सर तेज गेंदबाजों की तुलना टेनिस प्लेयर्स और जेवलिन थ्रो एथलीट्स से की जाती है। एक तेज टेनिस सर्विस को साथ मिलता है एक अच्छे रैकेट का, जबकि मोहम्मद शमी जैसे पेसर को तेज रफ्तार गेंद डालने के लिए अपने शरीर की ताकत का इस्तेमाल करना होता है।
To draw a reference between a tennis player, a cricketer, and a javelin thrower, a cricketer's demand on his body are far greater than any of these because the workload is more than a javelin player, and he doesn't have the luxury of a racket to help him generate that speed. So, when you're looking at the serve of a tennis player, we're looking at the speed being generated in the external rotation of a shoulder. The speed at which he's going to serve the ball will be generated in this initial angle. I was speaking about the external rotation of the shoulder beyond 90 degrees. If you're a javelin thrower, if you're a fast bowler, or if you're a tennis player looking to serve a very, very fast delivery, then you would need a lot of external rotation of the shoulder because that's where the speed will be generated from.
तेज गेंदबाजी के लिए मजबूती और ट्रेनिंग की जरूरत होती है और इसके लिए कुछ खास ड्रिल्स जरूरी है.
My favorite speed drill is actually the 400 meter and the 200 meters, and I give them about 8 to 10 reps of that. But if you don't have the luxury of going through a track and you need to do a bit of speed work, then I generally set up beacons at some distance where, Mohsin, you can go for it. Okay. I generally set up beacons at distances of 8, 12, 15, 20 meters, and I get them to do repeat sprints. This is a fantastic exercise to help a fast bowler or any cricketer generate speed in his legs or to just maintain his fitness in or during a tour. One of the vital components of being a fast bowler is obviously arm speed. And that is a trained component. It's something that you need to do. So we're going to do a very, very simple drill here. We're going to do what's called a medicine ball toss, which can be done with a big medicine ball. The aim of the drill is to toss the medicine ball between two people and to sort of use the plyometric and explosive power of your chest to get rid of the ball as quick as possible. Hamstring strength and hamstring flexibility is a key component for a fast bowler. If the hamstrings are tight, the fast bowler is putting themselves at significant risk of getting a lower back injury. So when we're training fast bowlers, we have to ensure that the hamstring is both flexible and it is strong. So one of the exercises that we use in strengthening that is we use what's called a single leg deadlift with dumbbells, extending the back leg and then driving up into a stepping position. You can repeat this on both sides. It's strengthening the hamstring and it's stabilizing the lower back and the core muscles. Absolutely integral for any fast bowler.
अपने मजबूत कंधों पर उम्मीदों के दबाव के साथ तेज गेंदबाज क्रिकेट की दुनिया के सबसे ज्यादा मेहनत करने वाले खिलाड़ी होते हैं. दर्द और थकान की परवाह किए बिना वो गेंद दर गेंद रफ्तार पाने के लिए जान लगा देते हैं.
Great taste for bravado.
अपने हुनर और सही तकनीक के बूते ये योद्धा मैदान पर लड़ते रहते हैं.
This is taken off from nowhere. Surprise the batsman.
Good pace as well. He's trying his best.
इनका एकमात्र गोल होता है तेज रफ्तार गेंदबाजी करना. फिटेस्ट, फास्टेस्ट, स्ट्रॉन्गेस्ट के एक और सेगमेंट के साथ आपसे जल्द होगी एक बार फिर मुलाकात.